First, I wanted to start off this video by asking a very simple question. Is God in charge? Well, yes, of course God is in charge. It's God. Well, it's a lot more complicated than that. How could there be diseases and terrorist attacks if God was really in charge? And through this video, we will be exploring that topic. First, we need to talk about the old concepts of what gods were. In Greek and Roman times, they believed that the gods were selfish beings who would do things to the other gods for selfish reasons, whether it be good or evil. And Manichaeism is the idea of two gods, one good, one evil. God created the world from nothing, as we have stated before. Hence the term "cretio ex nihilo." That's what it means. Unlike other depictions of creation, like in the Babylonian creation story, where the god Marduk, this god right here, killed Tiamat, the chaos god, and created the world out of that. God also did not create the world for selfish reasons. He didn't feel lonely and decided, hey, I'm going to create the entire universe. No, he created it out of love of freedom, out of love. There is also this idea called panentheism, which is the idea that God is everything that ever existed. God is everything. God is the sun, the stars, the moon, the planet. God is everyone and everything. God engages with us. God is with us in our joys and in our pain. A theologian named Karl Barth said that Genesis was a saga, meaning that it was a poem, basically, about what happened before anything was written. So it shouldn't be taken literally. It's not a literal book. Also, critics of the Bible, of Christianity in general, say that we believe that we have dominion over the entire world and we can do whatever we want with it. However, that's not true. As Jürgen Moltmann says, God is the creator, and we are the stewards of the world. We are the protectors. We are the keepers of the world. That is not to say that God has left the world for us. God still governs it, and we are the protectors. And there are three ideas of how God governs, and those being, wrong slide. Those being the ideas of preservation, concurrence, and governance. Preservation is the idea that the creation does not create itself. Therefore, God has to keep it and protect it and preserve it. Concurrence is the idea that God sustains the creation, and governance is God taking his creation to some goal. God, and through all these, God is the watcher, protector of everything. Every little mouse, every little speck of dirt, every tree, every mountain, everything. But why does God allow bad things to happen? In the text, there are 4 reasons why God allows things to happen. The first reason is that there can be no good if there is no evil. For example, the terrorists, as mentioned before, if we didn't have terrorists, we wouldn't have people protecting our country, we wouldn't have soldiers or anybody like that. If there were no diseases, we wouldn't have doctors, we wouldn't have nurses, we wouldn't have people who helped create a cure for the disease. There would be no good without evil. Also, our freedom is good in itself. The fact that we can choose to do good and we are not puppets of God is good. So if we do evil things, it's by our own will, not by God. Also, humans need to be tested if we are considered to be fully human. And fourth, God puts a limit on his powers and does not prevent all evil because he believes he shouldn't. And the idea of evil does not mean the opposite of good like the Manichaeans believed. It's the absence of good, or the distortion of good. And a lot of critics of Christianity also believe that God directs our evil deeds. Like when God hardened the Pharaoh's heart so he wouldn't let the Israelites out of Egypt. Or when he sent the Babylonians and Assyrians to destroy the Israelites. But Thomas Aquinas concluded, whatever takes place in the world proceeds from the plan of the divine intellect, except perhaps, this perhaps is very important, except perhaps involuntary agents only, who have it in their power to withdraw themselves from what is so ordained, that is what the evil of sin consists in. So God guides us, but we choose to do wrong. And to answer the question I asked in the beginning, is God in charge? Yes, God is in charge in the same way the President of the United States is in charge. God governs us. God guides us, but he doesn't make us do anything. God is a protector, and God is a leader, but that does not make him a ruler.